right, this is not good. At least mine jumps.
Yeah.
I don't know about yours.
So we're out here with Kevin Burke,
What's up, guys?
and we are going to be comparing the RHO, and
My Ford Raptor, 2023 Ford Raptor.
today we're going to be answering the question, does size matter?
It does.
It does.
It does. That's what my wife tells me.
So you got an extra inch.
I have an extra inch of travel, front and rear.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So that's 2 inches technically total,
2 inches total.
which could make or break a lot of jumps.
We
up
also
here.
have an extra half liter in the engine,
Mm-hmm.
and you also have an extra half inch in the shock body.
I have functioning airbags too.
That's right.
That actually, you deleted yours.
I deleted my
So
airbags.
you can come out and have fun.
Right.
Like this can just do.
Right.
Stock.
Right. Right. Yeah. So this is airbag delete.
Uh-huh.
So we're not going to blow up any airbags. get injured. I did get some pretty bad burns on my arms from the airbags.
So you have your modifications are airbag delete
Yep.
and ceramic coating.
That's and
it,
well, I put some fenders on.
Oh, some little mud guards?
Yeah.
I got some of those too. Mud guards, and then mine is completely stock. I do have some side PPF in case we get into some brush,
Okay.
and then Titan 7 AK7 wheels.
Okay.
But stock, everything else.
Where did you put the PPF on here?
So it's literally on the whole front right here.
Okay.
And then you can see it just goes, it ends like right here. So it's like right there.
Oh wow. So you can just drive through.
Yeah, that was the idea because it's a black truck.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get scratches the first time I off-road it because I use my car.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, we've taken it to Ocotillo already a handful of times. This is done like 80 miles an hour in some of the washes out there.
Okay.
Unreal. I'm a believer, so it's going to take a lot of convincing that even holds a candle to this.
All right. Well, we're gonna test it out.
Hopefully, yeah.
So I do have a little bit more power than you. I got 540 horsepower.
Just a little bit.
It's a
little bit.
little bit faster.
Is it faster?
0 to 60 is like 4.6 on this.
Okay, maybe.
So it is-
Maybe it's faster.
Yeah.
Maybe it's faster. Jeez, God, that's kind of insane. All right.
Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah, so we'll go out and we'll test it out. What are we gonna do first?
I don't know. I just want to jump them.
Yeah, let's go for the.
We're both gonna jump, right?
Yeah, we're
It's
gonna
not
jump.
just me.
Okay, Baja mode.
I've done dumber things. Maybe with you, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
That landing was pretty sketchy. All right, so what mode are we in now?
Ooh.
Okay.
I think I hit something. We're in Baja mode.
Okay, so that's 75 rear, 25 front? That's
Yes,
what you told me?
that's
Okay.
right.
So a little more rear bias, but it is all-wheel drive, so you kind of have to be gingerly on the throttle
That's
when
right.
you jump.
That's right.
Acting like I'm an expert, I am not. I've never jumped a truck or been in a truck when it's been jumped.
All right, here we go.
There's just no trail whatsoever.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay, brake boost.
Yeah, just go for it. Just hit the throttle. It'll be fine. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Oh, Jesus. Woo! Okay, all right. This is not good.
Whoa!
Oh, holy sh! That was not smooth at all. That was terrifying. It was like bump, 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 and then just bliss, and then it landed perfectly. Was that a 40?
That's 40.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, to get to 40 just from like, what, 150 feet?
Yeah.
You kind of have to haul
Yeah, you gotta go.
Okay. Two-wheel drive. Gonna get stuck. Gotta go in four-wheel drive to get up this hill. Here we go. Sweet baby Jesus. Everything secure? We'll find out. Okay. Oh! Okay!
Ram, they brag that they have 2 additional drive modes, but they don't really have 2 additional drive modes. It's just a custom mode and a valet mode, and the valet mode is so that someone doesn't around in your truck.
So not really a ton. Where this one has two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and then Baja, rock crawl, tow, sport, comfort.
Yeah, it has trail turn assist too.
Oh yeah, we haven't used that yet.
We haven't used that yet, so we're gonna do trail turn assist, demonstrate that today.
Yeah.
The Raptor is also pretty capable when you go alongside a hill, whereas this truck would probably deploy the airbags. Nice.
It's up to you, man. Better.
Kind of worked.
Yeah.
What's your thought?
I still prefer the Raptor, mainly because the two-wheel drive mode. Like, I'm
Okay.
just a total degenerate, and I need that in my life.
Yeah.
The Baja mode looks awesome, but you just can't get the standing launches and the drama and everything when you're in like the tight washes in Ocotillo Wells or like any high-speed off-roading. The two-wheel drive is king.
So we need to do another test.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to experience that. It's some high-speed washes, some like tight turns, all that.
Okay.
I need it.
All right. So we'll go out there and we'll try that. You noticed that my wheels were larger.
Yeah, so 1 inch larger. Congrats on
I
that.
got an extra inch there.
Your 17s, but everyone knows that 17s are better, wheel size.
Yeah. Well, maybe my brakes
okay.
are bigger.
That's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible. It weighs more, so
Yeah.
you need more.
I would need more brakes.
Jumping both was really interesting.
Yeah.
Yours, I think you might just be better at jumping than me because it just felt smoother all the way around. Mine felt violent, and I don't know if that was me or the truck.
Right.
It's really hard to tell, but the landing the second time.
I do have a clip of me jumping a Raptor I can throw in here.
Yeah. So you have experience.
Yeah. And I know this jump. This is the jump that I go to all the time.
It's funny looking at it. I wouldn't have expected it to be like that long of a jump. But it's like, I don't know, 25, 30 feet probably is what we got.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts driving in both or owning both, really?
I was impressed with the Bilstein suspension. I've heard that the Fox is better, but the Bilstein feels just as good.
Yeah, I didn't really tell a difference.
So all of that talk is nonsense. I've driven both the dual live valves with the 37-inch Raptor,
Mm-hmm.
and these have dual adjustment. They have rebound and compression. Yeah, I was impressed, and I don't know, it's pretty good. I only paid $63,000 for this truck.
That's where it starts to make more sense. Because I paid 81 plus, I think it was 7,000 over.
Right.
Because I bought it like 2 years ago, like peak, and 7 over was like a deal.
Yeah. One of the really interesting things was the different exhaust note, and actually hearing it outside the trucks. That was pretty cool.
The shift sound on that truck just demolishes this.
Yeah.
But I still think the trumpet noise is pretty rad.
Is yours stock exhaust? It was really loud.
Yeah, it's stock.
Okay.
Yeah. They just sell that to people like as it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in Baja mode, so it's everything full open. You're not technically supposed to drive it like that on the street. So you wanted to talk about why in California we don't use any of the bullshit.
So we do have the different modes in here. We use slippery when we go to the mountains.
Okay, all right.
So have you tried it in the snow yet? You know how you're sliding around in two-wheel drive in the Raptor. You can launch it in slippery mode on a full slick street, and it will just take off. Both trucks.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So,
I have not tried that yet.
And then we also demonstrated the trail turn assist, which is a...
Yeah, forgot to talk about that.
Yeah.
That really impressed me, but it did feel like I was braking the car when I was using it.
Yeah.
And it happened right after I jumped it the second time.
Yeah.
So when I turned and I just felt it not move, like binding, because that's what it does, right? It locks up that rear wheel. I thought I broke something immediately, but then you told me just gun it, and it turned, what would you say, like 5 feet, probably?
Maybe more. I would say almost 10 feet, because you were up on that. Yeah, it was about 10 feet.
It was a big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference.
So that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get around that cone unless I put it in Baja, locked the diff, and gunned it.
Yeah, but that was still pretty dope.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing that, just two-wheel drive every time either.
Yeah.
The trail turn assist, I can see that being useful in like when you're in those washes in
Yeah.
Ocotillo, or even out here. You got walls on each side of you. You kind of got to make that turn, and you don't want to get up on the wall.
Okay, so I think we need a part 2 out in Ocotillo.
100%.
Okay.
100%. More jumps.
We don't have a Victor here, do we? What do you think?
Honestly, like after driving both,
Yeah.
and that being what, $20,000 less?
Yeah.
About.
Yeah.
I'd probably buy that one, especially if you are looking for a daily and you only have 65 grand. Like you cannot push it to that extra 80.
Right.
That might be a better truck, but I wouldn't buy it until they fix the airbag issue.
Right.
So
the other thing about this, and the reason that I like it, is that the payload is higher, so I can load two motorcycles, 2 friends, and go to the track day.
What is the payload?
1520.
Okay, and this is what is it, 1100 or something like that?
Depending on your options.
Yeah.
Do you have the moonroof and stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's less.
It's almost 1200. I think that's what mine was. But
That's nice, because towing too.
Towing too.
Airstream with this,
Right.
and the payload is the problem.
Right.
Not the towing capacity, it's the payload.
Exactly. I tow a boat with this, and so that's one of the reasons I switched to it. And I was expecting the airbags to work, and
we can't really talk about it because it's just such a important issue that you found.
Yeah.
That it kind of
ruins the truck.
Yeah, kinda. It's like that big of a problem.
And in order to be here, I had to sign something at the dealership because they said, Mr. Rose, you cannot take this truck. And I said, F you, I'm taking the truck.
Oh yeah, because you get in an accident, right? Yeah. There's no airbags.
Right. I think Ford actually tests these off-road. And probably when they're doing
that's a good point.
Ram, I assume that they're probably disabling the airbags when they do those photo shoots because they had that thing like 10 feet in the air. There's no way that it was doing that.
It's GR Corolla, the drift, that they show that it cannot absolutely not do.
Right.
Like, it's one of those things. Yeah, so if you're not a degenerate like us, that truck's probably better if you're just driving it on the street. But then again, why are you buying the RHO?
Well, I wasn't even off-roading when the airbags went off, so...
So you're like in the mall parking lot and you hit a speed bump and then your child gets hit with a curtain airbag. That's kind of terrifying.
I like them both. I'm kind of...
They're both great trucks. It's hard to pick it apart.
Yeah.
The interior is great on that car. The suspension really surprised me on it.
Yeah.
But I really like the F-150.
All right, to be continued
To be continued in part 2 with 100% more jumps and 30% more